On today's episode, I'm heading to Newcastle to hang out with my mate Skree. We're going to be going op shop hunting, look for toys for our collection, but I'm also going to take the opportunity to take a deep dive into Skree's collection. Hello.
Hello.
How are we, man?
Good. Welcome to the toy room.
Wow, look at this thing. Jam-packed. And so much turtles.
You can definitely say that again. Jam-packed, that's for sure.
Definitely jam-packed.
Yeah.
Who we got here?
So this is start of my Robo Sapien collection. Yeah. So the very first original OG Robo Sapien. Spider Sapien. And then the limited edition chrome ones. These are cool. I didn't mean to start a Robo Sapien collection. I just thought they were cool, so I grabbed them, and now it's just, as all collections do, blow up, and yeah. But even got one sealed, chrome at the back there, sealed.
Yeah, it's so much bigger than I thought.
Yeah.
So it's just Buzz Lightyear.
It's mainly Buzz Lightyear, but there is Toy Story in it. This was an accidental collection of mine. So like, I would pick up Buzz here and there, but Buzz is my favorite character. And I decided to get it all together and put it onto a shelf. I was like, damn, I didn't realize I had that much stuff.
Got some cool watches.
Yeah. Got them from our friend Tony B.
Uncle T's Toys, good old Tony.
So this is the infamous Snailian army build, this one.
Would we say it's the biggest Snailian army in Australia?
I hope so. If there is, I want to see another collection like this.
So who we got in these red guys here?
So these aren't the Snailian, these are the good guys. So these guys are named after like the American presidents. So you got Lincoln, like Abraham, all that kind of stuff. So yeah. And then you go up to the top to the bad looking dudes. These are the lunatics. So they're like ticks. And that's the bad guys. There's 4 of those as well.
What a cool name to be, lunatics that are ticks. I love that. And they've got these little friends with them.
They're little sidekicks, yeah.
Yeah, wow. Much bigger than I've ever expected. And these are the Snailians without their shells.
Without their armor, yeah.
So it's just, they're like grunts, I guess. And these are the ticks without their armor shells.
They're pretty gnarly, hey, like just to look at them, just the face expressions on them. So yeah, each Snailian came with its own like little comic book. Tells you like the story of the backstory of the Snailians.
Very cool. Very Motu inspired.
Yeah, so each came with a card as well, so it tells you about the character and his little sidekick buddy as well.
So 90s Dragonfly?
Yeah. Yeah, I was lucky enough to actually grab a whole bag of them from last year's Collecticon. The guy had a whole bag. I think it was like $50. I'm like, I'll take that. And there was a lot more in the bag than I expected. And there was a launcher in there as well. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I've got a couple of these guys in the collection, and I got this fella. I think this is one of the main guys, but never found myself a launcher. So. So now we hit up the turtle shelf. Skree's pretty much got every turtle line here in some sort of fashion. So there's definitely the vintage turtles going off from the 80s and 90s. You've got the 2003 lines, the 2009 lines, the new Mutant Mayhem lines, retro recarded. You like turtles?
Let me tell you, I'll tell you a story about that one. So this one here started the whole turtle collection. I remember it was a night with a mate. I was like, do you know what? I wonder if there's any like vintage turtles around on Facebook Marketplace. I looked it up. He popped up on there. I hit up the guy. I said, hey man, is he available? As you do. I didn't ghost him. I was like, you know what? I want to see if it's there. Met up with him. He said, hey man, there's a toy fair. Come down. I'll have it with you. Pick it up. And it happened to be our mate, Tony B. So got talking to him. He gave me a few other loose figures. As you see on the shelf, there's a few there. And yeah, he pretty much started it all. So I blame him every time. But that's the story of that one. That was my very first figure I picked up carded. And that's what started the carded obsession. So a funny story about that Out of Their Shells cassette tape. So I remember having that as a kid, always listening to it. I found one, I was so happy I found it. And I bought myself a tape player, and the actual tape player destroyed the tape. It literally destroyed, like it broke it in half. It was quite devastating. And a good friend of mine over at the States, he actually sent me that. So he saw that mine was broken and he actually sent me that and I was like, oh my God, it was such a great gift as well.
Just a bit of a Fuggler collection up here. A few of the eyes from the turtles there popping through and a couple of other ones. But this is something I've got in my collection, this display of Leonardo figures throughout the year. Yours is looking pretty good. You got the weapons all set up on there as well. Really nice. Guess you just have to add one more.
So this is actually from when I was a kid. Mum used to have these as curtains for us, not actual bed sheets. So I'm pretty sure they were bed sheets to begin with, but then they were put up as curtains. So I've got another set, not another set, another one somewhere.
Nice.
Here.
And you just pointed out that there's a really cool defect on this pattern.
Oh yeah, so Donnie, have you noticed? His color on his head's leaked out to the top of his head. So he's got a full bandana almost.
And then you're into something that I didn't know you collected so much of.
This was I always liked the M&M dispensers. I always thought they were pretty cool, and I always had like one in the collection. I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to get into it. There's too much of them around. They do take up a lot of space, but I was lucky enough to come across 2 collections that were getting sold, so I bought them, and yeah, this is the collection now. And if I see one that I haven't got or that I think's cool, I'll grab it.
Love that little Stormtrooper one there.
It's cool, isn't it? Yeah.
Darth Vader. More turtles. And I'm noticing this Casey Jones here. Actually signed?
It's signed, yeah, it's signed.
Signed by the actor?
Signed by the actor, yep.
Is that Stephen Amell?
It is, yeah.
See, just down here you've actually got one of those robos, but it's Homer.
It's Homer, it's a Homo sapien.
Homo sapien.
So they released that with the Simpsons movie.
And this giant robot, what's the story going on with this thing?
Dude, he was a Facebook marketplace find. I'm pretty sure he's from like the 80s or the 90s. He's remote control, like he has a wire, but he's missing all those parts. He's pretty well common seen in a lot of collections. So when I saw him pop up on the good old Facebook marketplace, I'm like, I need to add one to the robot collection.
This is a wicked skateboard. It's got all the, say, Nickelodeon characters.
Yeah, so this was a custom piece I got from a friend on Instagram, Brush Me Harder. She's an artist from Brisbane, and she does really sick skateboard decks. She's got a couple turtle ones there. We can show them. We can do an exclusive right here, another exclusive within an exclusive.
And what are they?
So these are Skrees. These are my own little creations. So I've got a little side project that I'm starting. It's called the Skrees. I'm trying to make plushies. So these guys are what I call prototypes, so 3D printing prototypes of the Skrees. So they're in the works at the moment. So yeah, a little exclusive there.
So got some turtle socks.
They're from my brother, a gift from my brother, so he knows I was collecting turtles, so he gave me some turtle socks.
And then you've started collecting a few Star Wars figures, a very deep rabbit hole to go down. But there are a few in the back. You've got a couple of Lucy's here, including that Shock Trooper. I like that one. There's a little Skree there, isn't there?
There's two, yeah.
And then this looks like the re-release.
Correct, yeah, that is.
But hidden away at the back there.
I know, I don't know why I've got it at the back, man. It's such a great piece, and I just realised I got it at the back. But yeah, that's the, it's the 50th anniversary, Leo, correct?
Yeah, so
yeah.
fifth year anniversary golden Leo there is a numbered figures. We're not sure how many were made, but yeah, it's a hard piece to get. Another staple of Great Australiana, we've got some Steve Irwin pops here. So Steve Irwin, Crocodile Hunter.
I'm a massive fan of Steve Irwin. I love Steve Irwin.
Wow, look at him there, the little animals. And then a whole bunch of pops all the way to the floor of turtles.
So I wanted to quickly mention this figure here. So growing up, I always had this Donnie and absolutely loved it. And it got lost throughout the years. And went to a trip to Melbourne, went to Lobo's, found him in the cabinet, and I was blown away. I was like, I got to get him. Did a lap around, he disappeared. I'm like, what's going on? A friend of mine at the time, he bought it for me, and yeah, he's in the collection now. Couldn't be happier. So next, him sealed.
So how cool is Skree's collection? There's so much love for TMNT. There's so much love for Snailians, a line that I don't even have any idea about. So enjoyed learning from Skree about that line. And the Troll Warriors, a line that he has got me into, and I do have a few in my collection. But you can just see there's a lot going on. There's a whole bunch of different things, and the space that he has for his collection, he's definitely done well to display as much as he can. And he is a primarily in-box collector, which does take up a lot more room than all the loose figures that I have in my collection. He's got an outstanding VHS display. So when you're just standing there looking at all these VHS tapes, he's got his CRT TVs sitting there as well. It just takes you a little bit back. And I was saying to him, I wish they'd just make a candle that smells like the old popcorn at the video shop. It would just create this atmosphere of nostalgia and take you back. So I said at the start of the video, we were also there to do a bit of op shop hunting, and we checked out a few of the local op shops and antique sort of places. I did find just a couple of things from there. I found this TMNT figure. So if you know this figure, he's from the movie line, but the colors are all wrong. This is a genuine bootleg, and 2026 is, I think, going to be all about bootlegs. But what was really putting me off is normally you don't get the logo from the Mirage Studio and the year. So this is a pure bootleg where they actually have the stamp as well. And he did come with these really bendy accessories, but I thought, you know what, I'm up here, I'm not going to leave him. I'm gonna start picking up a few things, and he was the first thing I found. So I also found just a little baggie that had these two items in it. So one of the ducktail figures, but also the reason I got it was one of the little the carts for, is it Monster? The little McDonald's toys from the early 90s, or might have been the late 80s actually. Let's have a look, what have we got on there? 1986, so 1986. But this yellow part is always missing. So I thought, again, I'm up here, I might as well pick it up for a couple of bucks. So there were the few items. I didn't find too much at these op shops, but I enjoyed searching through some different locations and just seeing a whole bunch of different stuff that was there. But I thought to myself, you know what? I'm in Newcastle. I know someone who likes toys in Newcastle. My mate, Tony B from Uncle T's Toys. So gave him a quick call and I said, "You free? Can we come around and hang out?" Of course he said yes. And you know, I took the opportunity to have a bit of a rummage through his toy store. And he had this item, and I'll show you the photo. It's the Motu Attack Track, really battered up condition, no stickers. And I thought, you know what, I'm gonna grab this and have a bit of fun. And I did. So thanks to the free sticker sheet you can download from Toy Polloi's website, I was able to clean up the Attack Track, add all the new stickers to it, and I think it looks absolutely fantastic now. So you can see the comparison between what it started to and what it does. I don't get around to like bringing toys back to sort of their original life that much, but this is really fun. This was. The only other item I picked up at Tony's was something he had put aside for me, and this is the Captain Power sunglasses. I did not know this even existed. They have come off card. This is from the late 80s. So, but nice unpunched Captain Power. They're like safety goggles. They've got the little logo there to show that it's Captain Power. Obviously they don't fit my head anymore, so play value is lower. Nothing on the back. I've never seen this. I've never seen it on the internet. I've never seen it in photos. So when I saw that Tony had this, I was like, mate, I've got to get this. I love my Captain Power line. So yeah, that was the other pickup, or the other item I got from Tony B. So another cool piece I got at Tony's house was this Star Wars case. So this is a case from the 80s, and it holds 12 space figures. And you can definitely see the resemblance here to what it holds. So you've got Darth Vader, R2-D2, C-3PO, really cool looking monkey Chewbacca. But I picked this up, and I picked this up from him when he was doing a bit of an auction, raising money, fundraiser thing. So that's been sitting there for quite a while at his house, so I took the opportunity to grab that. But when I opened it up, still got its case, but down the bottom, there's actual Kenner original squid head figure in there. So I thought, nice little bonus hidden away inside this carry case. So yeah, back in the 80s, you would have put your Star World figures in your carry case and off you went to your mate's house. But I love that down the bottom of it actually says, holds 12 space figures up to 4¼ inch, including Star Wars, Shogun Warrior, and Metalhead. I didn't know they made them, but great display piece. Wait, one more item from Tony B, and sitting there all lonesome was this little fella. Come on, did that not just make the whole weekend? Beautiful. I love getting and putting things back together. So after all the toy hunting, we're back at Skree's house, and we did talk about this weekend being a little bit of like a nostalgic hangout from the 90s with your mate, ordering pizza, watching VHS tapes, and we did all that. We didn't get pizza, we actually got Chinese, but still very nostalgic to the 90s. And yeah, the late night movie was the 1995 Judge Dredd with Sylvester Stallone, and yeah, we enjoyed that. But Skree, you know, he's a good fella. He's always helping me and the collection out. He offered me a couple of his doubles in the collection, and something I don't have is one of these dragonflies. So you would have seen a whole bunch of these in Skree's collection already, but I didn't have any of these, the sort of ripcord pulleys. So let's see, we'll give it a go. And that didn't work well. But with that, quickly, he gave me another one. So thank you heaps, Skree. Not only that guy, who I'm sorry, I don't know his name, but this guy. Let's see if we can get a better one. Whoa. Yeah, that worked. So yeah, these cool dragon, like they just display perfectly like that. And you still get that play value out of something so old. Thanks, buddy. So there we go, guys. An awesome weekend spent up at Newcastle, hanging out with my mate Skree, going over to Tony's house. The big highlight for me was just getting into Skree's toy room for the first time, having a real good deep dive look. And every time Skree couldn't find me in his house, he knew that I was just quietly off in the corner of his room, just enjoying something on his shelf. I love the Snailians. I love the Troll Warriors. They were the highlight of the collection for me, and that graded Small Soldiers VHS. I love my Small Soldiers line, so that was really cool to see something just so pristine and beautiful. If you enjoyed this episode, guys, hit that thumbs up button and leave a comment just about any adventures that you guys have hanging out with your mates, just getting a bit of that old school nostalgia. But until next time, guys, stay well. Happy hunting, everyone.